because I didn't want to waste my time. But I think I'm going to make it just a tad darker. And the way I did that earlier, I just used some brown paint and used a wet one. So we're going to do that again. I just want a little bit of brown paint to make it just a little darker, and it dries super fast this way. And then I'm going to put, let me fix these sleeves, y'all. Fix my sleeves. Hope y'all are having a beautiful Friday. Ours is off and on today. We've had storms off and on. So I'm praying that they stay off for a while because our electricity flickers every now and then. So I'm going to do the back. This is the way it looked. I'm going to go ahead and do the back for you. Let me get this front dry really quick and just show you how I did it. And it's super easy by using a wet one or a paper towel or something like that. I'm using a dark brown. It is by Deco Art. It's called Raw Umber. And so all I did, I don't want it solid, so that's why I'm using a wet one. And then we'll start on our book and we'll go from there. See if y'all know what I'm doing. See if you can guess what I think I'm going to do with my book here. So anyway, we're going to get it all darkened. See? And that's all you do. And I did the edges. I'm going to do this side. I didn't do this, but see, I did the edges. I just want them a little bit dark. Aged looking. Don't want them really bright and light. I want them darkened. And I also did the inside, like right through here on the front. Now, I'm just going to spread it like that. I just want it to look a little bit messy. So this is what I did earlier, just to get some dark around the pages so you wouldn't see all the light. It was a black book, I think. Yeah. And I've had it for a while. And then I painted the green. I was going to use it one day and I didn't use it. So it's like, okay, we're going to use it today. So this is the way our book goes. Let me dry this side very quick. This side, not going to matter that much. This is the back side. I will do something with it, but right now I'm not going to worry about the back side. We're going to do the front side and then go from there. Thank you for splashing the paint, Vicky. Hey, my friend Deborah with Laugh, Love, and Craft. Hello, Anita. I don't know if I said hello, but hello. And Kelly, hello, hello. I know it's an odd time of the afternoon. I had the morning, but I had forgotten there was an aide coming for my mother-in-law. And so I had to be available when she came. And she came about the time I would have been on. Okay, what I'm going to do with this, I went ahead, this is rice paper, and I printed this up. This is from Deco, I'm trying to think. One of, oh goodness, she's part of this group, and I can't even think. I bought it from her and printed it on rice paper. Y'all can help me if y'all. My mind's gone blank. But what I want to do is take a little bit of wet and just wet the side and peel it off because I don't want it all. I'm going to go on. I don't know if it'll do. I'm thinking it'll peel. I peeled the other side, so I'm thinking this will do. I just want to tear it just to give me a good tear here along this edge. Just tear it off. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. That's wonderful when it's wet. I didn't do it wet earlier. I just peeled it and I'm like, oh, okay, it'll peel, but it takes a little bit. But when it's wet, it really peels good. So I'm going to do the bottom also. I want it ripped and I want to get it just on this part right here. And really, I need to tear it just a wee bit more right along that edge. Let me see if I can get it a little bit wetter. I need a little bit off right there. There we go. And as I go, I can tear it, I guess, because I don't want any hanging over this edge. And it looks like it's going to. So we're going to just peel it off. Okay. So let me just tear this off. And we're going to, I'm lining it up at the top. Then I want the bottom. I'll turn it to where y'all can see. I just want the bottom barely done. Now the bottom is harder to tear across. If you hadn't dealt with rice paper, and a lot of y'all have, it may be easier with it being wet. It was kind of hard when I was doing it and it wasn't wet because of the way the strands are in the rice paper. But that does beautiful. Okay, so we're going to Mod Podge this on. And let's see, I've got it upside down for y'all to see. So see, I've got that dark color underneath, and I do want it a little bit dark. Didn't want it super light. So we're going to do that dark, go ahead and Mod Podge it on. Let's see if I can bring comments up, y'all. Okay, if I don't say nothing to you, I can't see it. I see Carol Ann. Hey, Carol Ann. I see you on my phone, and that's the only one showing. Let's see if I see anyone else. And Lori, I think there you are. And there's Darla. And let's see. Charmed by Sage. Hello, my sweet lady. I love her crafts. She is so creative. Love it, love it. She came up with some awesome ideas. All of them do. Every one of y'all do. Y'all, I can't. Okay, there we go. And there's Kefany. Hello, my friend. Okay, we're just going to Mod Podge this on. And I have an old brush here that I'm using because it's Mod Podge. And I'm going to do a very thin layer. It really ruins your brushes. And I do paint. I teach acrylic painting. I have a membership online. And I also, in fact, we're going to do a little bit today of acrylic painting. And I love painting, love crafts. I love it all, y'all. That's the bad thing. I love it all. And it's like, all the coaches and all say, okay, find your niche. Find what you're really passionate about. Well, I'm kind of passionate about all of it. So it's been a hard thing for me. I love painting. I do love painting. But it's like, oh, I love this and I love that. And find my niche. I don't really know, So it does get a little bit hard when you love it all. So I just try and mix it up. I love mixed media. Love mixed media. I guess that's my favorite. But I love teaching acrylic painting. And I do have a membership. And it will be opening real soon. So if you are interested in learning to paint with acrylic paint, just put VIP and I'll send you some information on it. In fact, we are expecting our second grandbaby, first grandbaby from my youngest child, and so it's their first child, and so it's only our second grandchild, so in the next couple of weeks. So they said in 2 weeks approximately they'll set a date Wednesday. So it's like, okay, we're excited. Okay, I'm going to kind of just scrape some of that off right there. So I'm not going to open it up till after the baby comes. That's what I'm getting at. We're going to wait till the baby comes. Okay, see, that turned out very pretty. Love this print. I think it's Deco. Y'all help me. Deco Queen, Decoupage Queens, or something like that. Anyway, I love this print. She had it during the spring time. I don't know if she still has it. Hello, Robin with Zimmy's Simple Designs. Hello, hello. And hello, Choose Joy Crafts and Creations. Hello. Thank y'all for being on. Y'all are so sweet today. Well, y'all are sweet every day. Y'all are sweet every day. And if you're not familiar with me and you say, man, she talks funny and fast, and well, I'm from the South. I was born in Texas. I was raised in Texas, Louisiana, and now I live in Mississippi. So I have got such a mixture. I'm going to Mod Podge the top because I'm going to do some painting up here. So I am going to do a little bit of Mod Podging right up here. My accent is just crazy because I've lived in all those places. I even lived in Oklahoma for about 4 to 6 years. I can't remember. It's during grade school. So anyway, I have a mixture of all of it. But anyway, welcome. So glad y'all are here. Thank y'all for joining us today. Love, love, love. Again, love Miss Tracy, and I love this Friday fun days. That way you can see what we all have the same theme, but everybody comes up with something totally different. And that shows you how everyone is different. So if my style is not your style, that's okay. We're all different. But I might do something that might give you an idea. Now, what I am going to show you to do, we're going to do something like a junk journal, but I'm going to do the front page. So this is part of my page here. Then I want to take some papers here. I'm trying to see which ones. I'm going to show you the papers I've got, and you'll see why I am in a puzzle. Now I am going to do some flowers here, or a flower or two right here. But then I want to put a pocket across here, and it's going to be kind of scrapey, and I'm scrappy, whatever you want to come up. I'm thinking about doing one of them underneath. I'm going to use this side. I don't want to use this side because I don't want too much. I just want a very light. So I think this will go. Oh, I even like that. I like that right there. May have too much flour though. But I'm thinking about using these two, and we're going to put pockets on the front of our book to put some tags in. I think those are the ones I want to use. And this was the other one. I think it's these two. What do y'all think? I'm using two of them. So this is number 1, number 2, number 3. So put 2 numbers for me. Number 1, number 2, number 3. I was kind of, iffish on what I was doing. So y'all just help me out. Hello, Irma and Beverly, and be so creative, my friend Kimmery. Hello, I loved your books too, love. And it's going to be, I'm sure you might have finished it, but anyway, thank you, Becca. Hello. Yeah, we're excited. It's a little boy, and so we're really excited. Hey, Beverly from Alabama. Let's see who else I see on here. If I haven't said hi to you. If I haven't said hi, y'all, I will go back and I will comment to you. And say hi to you. But anyway, okay, I see 2 and 3, 2 and 3. There's 1. I see a 1. Okay, anybody else? I know I'm going to use 2, so I need to know 1 or 3. Okay, I am going to use 2. So what I'm going to do with 2, we're just going to tear it. I want the edge. I want the edge straight. So let me get a pair of scissors. Over here, y'all, I have got so much stuff around me because it was like, oh my goodness, how much time is it going to take me to do this or that? And it's like, I'm just going to put everything around me. So I put everything around me just in case, got to be prepared. So I am prepared, big time prepared, overly prepared, but that's okay. I'd rather be that than underprepared. Okay, so the edge is going to be just straight. Okay, let me see. Okay, it looks like 2, 3. Okay, 3. Okay, we're going to go with this one and that one. So what I'm going to do, I'm trying to think which one I want up close and which one I want further down. Let me just kind of tear it. I'm going to go ahead and wet it. And we're going to tear it, okay? Because I want it kind of angled, so I'm just going to, and it's probably not going to do right. This is scrapbook paper, and I bought this from Hobby Lobby. It came in a book. I bought it a few years ago. But if you'll go in, and if you have a Hobby Lobby close, they will put theirs on sale. And I bought some of the books I have for $6, $3. So you just have to go and just look every time you go. So they had some gorgeous ones. I was like, oh, I gotta have it, gotta have it. So we're gonna do it like this, okay? So that's one piece, and then I'm gonna tear it on the edge here. No, I'll just cut it. Let me just cut. I want the edges to be straight, but then I think it's right there, maybe. Whoop. Okay. It's not real straight, but we'll straighten it out. Okay, so there's one of them. Now, this is what, I guess I'll put this one underneath, but I want to use this side because I like this part of it. So I am going to not put it all the way down. It's going to be up underneath this one. So let me just cut it. And the way I'm going to do that, so I'm going to take this piece, the bottom piece, or the top, whichever. I'm going to take it and make sure my edges are hidden underneath, because this is going to be underneath this one. So I just want to cut it just a little bit shorter than what my top one is. Okay, I'm going to cut it out like this, and then we're going to, I should have went a little bit, no, that's fine. I'm fine, never mind. Because I'm not going to do it down as far. I'm going to do it a little bit different. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to take and wet it just a little. And this is if you, and even if you don't have a journal, this is just a book I bought from Dollar Tree, y'all. Bought it from Dollar Tree. $1.25 or $1. I've had it a while, so I'm not sure how. Oh my goodness, this is really stiff paper here. So it doesn't matter. You can just get you some papers if you want. So we're going to just tear this. Let's just start tearing it. Ooh, it's easier this way. Okay, this is some tough paper, y'all, and this is scrapbook paper also. But my lands, it's almost like cardboard. It is super tough. I'll tear that little bit off. I might end up, no, I think that'll be good. Okay, so I'm going to glue this one here. And where's my other piece? Right here. Nope, that's not it. It's right here. And we're going to do that one like this. So I kind of want it just straggled here, just a little. So let me trim this up just a little better. Okay, and we're going to glue the edges and glue it down. So I'm going to use a quick dry glue. This is called 3-in-1 crystal clear glue. I bought it from Amazon. So, hello, Crafting Mom's Corner Market. Hello, my friend. Hope y'all are doing wonderful. Hope all your weather is doing great. I know some have had bad weather. We've just had thunderstorms. We hadn't had anything major. Okay, I want to see exactly where I want to put this before I get it down. I think about right there is where I want to put it. So I'm going to press it down just on the edges. Now I like to use a wet one to help press it down. And so let me press it down with that. Also, I really meant to put some wax on the edges just to cover up some of the edges. So I'm going to do that and then wipe it off. So hang on. Just right there on the edge, and then I'm going to wipe it off. Just to give it a little bit of, I'm going to go ahead and do it on this one just to cover up mainly. And you can use ink if you have some like, I'll show you. Tim Holtz or anything like that. But it's around me somewhere, y'all. But I just want to do that. And then I'm going to put this one just right over that. So we're just going to take our glue and just do the edges. And then put this on. Very simple. Not hard whatsoever. Make sure it goes to the bottom of the book. And then just, we're going to wipe it on. Okay, so we have 2 pockets now that we can put stuff in on the front. Pictures or whatever. Now, I'm going to go ahead and paint a flower for you. Up at the top. Let me just move stuff out of the way. Put the lid on my glue. And we're just going to paint a small little flower here. Now, if you cannot paint, I just want to show you how easy it is to paint. But if you cannot paint, there are always like little things like this you can stick up there. Here's some little, these are gorgeous. I love these. But I thought, well, since I paint, I'm just going to just paint something, just something simple for you. But you can pick these up. These are by Tim Holtz. I bought a pack of them. I'm trying to see if I see the pack. But I have too much stuff, y'all. I don't see the pack. But there's a bunch in the pack. And so I might have got it from Amazon. I'm not sure. But Tim Holtz is who had it. And really, either one of those would look gorgeous on it. I love this one. But we're going to do a little flower right there. So let me move all my stuff around here. So I think I'm going to use just kind of light pink and whites or muted colors, maybe beige. So let me get me a little plate here. And I already have some colors that I used yesterday, and it's still, I've covered it up. That way if I want to use some more, I can. And it's always right there. And I'm going to start with white. And I do have brown on here. That's all I need. So let me get, and it's going to be a super just easy going flower. Nothing fabulous. Just something super easy. And we're just going to use the paintbrush. I'm thinking I might want to use a flat though, instead of a round. Yeah, here's a flat. This is called a flat brush. It's flat right here. And it's 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to wet it just a little. I'm going to get a little bit of this pink and some white. Then if I need, I'm going to get a little bit of brown. I want to give it a little bit of a deeper tone. So I'm going to put that in my pink. I don't want a super bright pink. So I'm going to get a little bit of pink and brown and white. Just a little bit on my brush. We're going to do a little flower here. I'm going to turn it upside down for y'all first because I need to get it going. Trying to see which way I want it to go. I think I want it to go, I'll tell you what, we'll just do it upside down. And however it turns, it'll turn. So I'm going to take first, I'm going to just start doing some little marks along the edges here. I'm just going to do a flower. I'm going to try and get it a little bit deeper. Because I want it, let me see if this color will help. You know what, let me get a little bit of burgundy to go in there. I need some burgundy. And I need to watch my time. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time doing this. Because, I have 20 minutes. I'm doing good. Okay, we're doing okay. I was thinking, oh, I only have 5 minutes, but I don't. I have a little bit more time than that. Okay, so I've added a little bit of burgundy, which is going to help come up with that color there. And I'm just going to do some little marks around the edge. Now, the flower's going to be pointing that way, okay? Can y'all see that all right? Let me pull it up just a little bit more while I'm doing this. So we're going to do a bigger mark there, and then just kind of go sideways here. Get a little bit of white, just to give it a little bit of different tones here. Then we're going to come around the edges and just do some little scrapey marks like that. Now we're going to build from that and go to the middle. Now I'm doing it backwards more or less, but that's okay. You can do it however you want. When you're painting, I say you paint your way. I'll show you what I do and what brushes I use, and then if you don't like that, that's fine. You use what you like. When I first started painting, there were certain brushes I was afraid of. I'm like, no, I'm not painting with that brush. So I didn't. And I learned how to paint, and I eventually learned how to paint with those brushes. So we're going to just start adding some little loops and just little marks in here to come up with a flower. I am going to do a little bit here like that, and then put a little piece over that right here. Just get some little dark spots going. And that's pretty well all we're going to do with this little flower. And there's your flower. Super easy, not hard. I wanted it going downward. And I may do, let me get a little bit of green so we can do a stem. Let's see. I didn't even think about putting a stem on it. But anyway, let me see if I can find my green. Green, I have greens, but they're not really the color I want, but that's okay. We will use what we got out. I found some dark, that's what I wanted. I wanted this dark first. Oh, it's not real. Let me see if I can get some out of it. almost dried out. I used it for a paint party, and it is about gone because there's hardly none in here. So I don't know if I can get any green out of that. Nope, I can't get no green out of that one. Here's one. Let's see if I can get it out of this one. And this is more of a hunter green color. Yes, but this one's a little bit better. I just need a little, don't need a lot. All I'm going to do is just do some little leaves coming off the edge here, because you do want just a little bit of more color, or I do. And then let's see, I'm gonna do a little bit more just around here, just to get some green going. Give it a little bit more color. And then what I always do when using acrylic paint, you want to do more than one tone. So I'm going to use another color. More than one color is what, more or less. So we're taking a lighter color and just coming in with that lighter color. Just getting it in there, just to, and that's it. That's all we're doing with that. And see, it matches with that down there. So let's go on to the next stage of what I want to do with this thing. Okay, let me see what else I've got here. Okay, I want to take this little tag. I am going to, and I'm going to poke a hole in it. It says Moments in Time. I love that. And I'm going to put it on the outside, but I'm going to let it hang. So it's going to be hanging there. I am going to use some wax on it. So I am looking to see where my little inks are. Y'all, I can't believe all this stuff. Okay, this is Distress Oxide. This is by Ranger, Tim Holtz, and I've had it for a while, but it will last. And so all I'm doing is the edges, just to make it look a little bit aged. See how that's doing right there? It's just aging it up so it won't look brand new. And I'm going to crinkle the, this is cardstock. I did print this off. I made this up on Amazon, on Canva. And so I said, oh, I'll just make up something. And so that will kind of match with what I'm doing. So I'm going to wipe some of that in. There we go. So just kind of age it up some, and I'm going to crinkle it. I like mine to have a little bit of crinkles in it, just to look old and, you know, rough. And then we're going to put it right there. Moments in Time. Get you a cheap little hole puncher from the Dollar Tree, or Walmart probably has them too, cheap. So I'm going to poke a hole right there. We will hang it right there. I am going to put some material around that. But what I want to do first is, besides this, I'm going to do some little things hanging off the side here. And I started it, wanted to show you one. This is putting beads on some ribbon, and I'm going to hang them off the edge here. Let them hang down the side. So this is one of them. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this one. I want them about, probably about that length right there. So this is one. So I'm going to cut it a little bit longer so I can, oh, these scissors are terrible. So now what I've got to help me get the ribbon on, so I bought this huge needle. Well, it's several needles. I'm not going to use that color now. I'm going to use a different color. I'm going to use this burgundy now. From Hobby Lobby, there were 99 cents for this big old package here. And it will help you to get your ribbon through the eye there, because the eye is really big. And then you can put, and these also come from Hobby Lobby. These little beads, they come, I'll show you, it's called a bead mix. They're right here. And I use them for different things. But they do go on sale every now and then. And so they have all kinds of colors and stuff. And you'll find those, it's over where, I think where the net, where you have the stuff for the bracelets and necklaces and all that. I think that's where I saw it yesterday. So I'm going to pull that through, and see, it puts that right through for you. Then I'm going to take it and just tie a knot at the end. Just tie me just a knot. But this is wonderful for doing these beads. I would never get ribbon through it if I didn't have this. See how cute? Then we're going to get another one, and I have another color here that I'm going to use, and it's kind of a, oh, I think it's called a rose color. I'm not really sure. And I bought this also from Hobby Lobby. They had it 40% off yesterday. And it's 6 yards for, it was 40% off. Let's see. It was $1.20 for 6 yards. So let me cut this. And it's 1/4 of an inch. So again, we're going to take our needle, thread it. I've got to watch my time because I want to finish the front. I want to get that front through, and I'll just kind of pinch the edge there and stick it through the hole. The hole is big enough you can maybe stick it through there. May not can do it that way. I may have to do it flat. There we go. I got it. And whoop, I had it. Of course, it's going to be acting crazy. Come on, crazy. There, grab a hold of it, Deborah. There we go. And then just pull it through. Then we're going to get our gold one here. Do it the same way. Just stick it through the hole, pull it through. And then tie the end of it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Let me cut this one. I want to see what other color I want to use. Got 3 different colors. So I think I will use, I'm going to do that pink. So let me see what I've got here. I've got this one. I've got the gold. I've got the white. And I've got a pink one. And they're going to be different lengths. And I'll trim them up. Then I thought I had 2 more. I am going to put some keys. So I'm going to just use the light on this one, I think. And just see if I can kind of scrunch it up. Well, hello, Beverly. Welcome from San Jose, California. Glad you're here, love. Just happened to look and see, you know, I better stick it through the needle. Where's my needle? Okay, here's my needle. Lay that down. There's the needle. I'm going to stick it back through the needle, y'all. And I just bought these for like this, to do stuff like this with. I don't know if this one's going to go through that one. May not. There, we got it. Okay. And then see if I can put, there we go. I got it. And then we're just going to tie it off. And I'm going to tie just a little knot. And I'll trim it up when we get through. So I'm going to tie a knot for it to dangle and cut it off. Then one more. Let's see, what's my time? Got 10 minutes, so I want to hurry. 10 minutes, I want to hurry. I think I'm going to do this one again. Let's see, I got that. Okay, we're going to use the same. No, let me look. Let's see what colors I've got here. Okay, I've got 2 of these. I think I'm going to use the the rose color because it goes real well with that. So let me get it stuck in here. And these are I think they're 3/8 of an inch. Yeah, 3/8 of an inch ribbon. That's what I bought. I bought inch ribbon and 3/8 ribbon. Okay, we're going to get this one through. See if I can get it through this hole without breaking the needle. Okay, there we go. Got it. All right. So now we're going to tie this one on, and then we're going to put them on the side of our book and let it dangle. Okay, let's see if I've got a good pair of scissors right here. I should have one pair right here. Yes. I want to trim these up. So I've got different, I'm just going to cut it right now, and then we're going to, let me move all this out of the way. So all of this will be out of the way, and y'all can see what I'm doing. I do want a little piece of this for that. Let me get that one in that little hole. And I'm trying to think. I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, so let's get these. I want them to dangle down. So I want them different levels. But I want to trim the bottoms is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get the tops kind of even where I want them. And then we are just going to let them dangle. I'm going to glue them. And I'm going to trim these little pieces right here. Closest to I want that, yeah. Yes, I want those trimmed off. Okay, so now we've got just some dangling pieces. And I'm going to glue them right through here. I have the hot glue on. I'll probably use the other glue too, but I'm just going to hot glue them right here. I'm going to open up my book and try and get them down in there. And I want them to dangle off the edge there. Just like that. Let's see how long they are. Oh yeah, that is darling. I'm going to tie a knot. We're going to tie a knot in it. Maybe. Maybe not. I'll just glue them together and then I will put them on my book. Hang on, let me get them kind of glued together here. I'm not going to touch them with my fingers. No. Okay, so I'm just going to take this little brush here and try and get it, kind of get them together. There we go. Okay, let's see if I can get them down on this book. I'm going to open it all the way up, and the way to do that is just pull it. This one might be glued. No, it's not. Okay. Right now, I'm just going to do it right there, and then I'll do it later because I don't want to waste too much time. So we're just going to do it right there. Okay, so see, isn't that darling? How it just hangs. Whoops, there goes a mic. Hangs down. I may have to pull this one a little bit higher, which I'll. Sorry about that. And then, in fact, I'll do it now, and I'll show you. I'm going to push it up and make another knot. Okay, we got 6 minutes. I got to hurry. We're going to make a little knot right there. Come on, knot. There we go. Got glue on my hands, y'all. Okay, there we go. So we made a knot. And then I'm going to cut the end of that off. That way it won't be hanging down so far. There we go. So see how cute they are. Now I might put another one a little bit higher. Let's see, I might bring them about right there. That's where I want them, right there. So let me just glue that right there, and then I'll fix it when I get off. Okay? This is where I want them. Don't want them quite that long. Just like that. See how adorable? Okay, we're going to do the middle now. Let me get that all the way through so it'll stay. I am going to use some lace to get the middle. I'm going to tie it. Now, if you've never done a junk journal, what you can do, and what most people do, is when you take the pages, I'm just going to give you this little tip, is you will take pages and you will glue them together. So like I would take 3 pages and glue them together and then tear out a couple to give you extra, you know, since that's a blank page almost, we're going to take it and then glue 3 pages together again and then tear out a few more. And that gives you extra room to put stuff. So that's the way you would do a junk journal, okay? Just a little bit of help there. Okay, we're going to take right here, let me get my ribbon, and we're going to get and tie some ribbon around it, or either some lace. I have both. Let me see what looks best. Let's see. Now I've got, I want to use lace, and I have a bunch of it somewhere here. Just gotta, here it is. Okay. Now I would tea dye it And I will tea dye it, but I'm just going to show you, since our time is getting away, to tie your book up. Just get you lace or whatever you want. And then I'm going to do quite a bit here. And I'm going to, yeah, there we go. And we're going to tie a little bow around it. I'm not going to do too much to it, but I do want a bow. Let me move this out of the way. And then I have, and I'll trim that off. Let me just get all this. I don't know what's going on right there. What is going on? There we go. Let me just get this. It's kind of strange. There we go. I'm like, what is going on? Trying to do it upside down. So I'll trim the little sides off. But get you a little bow to hold it together. We're going to take this, and then I am just going to tie it to some of my ribbon here, just to hang, for it to hang down. I'm not going to tie it, I'm not going to do it all the way down because I want it to kind of be loosely hung. So I'm going to do it like that, and then I want it to dangle like that. Then, if you've got some old jewelry or anything like that, I don't know what I want to use, but I've got some stuff here that was sent to me by Dazzled, and I was going to, let's see, I don't know what I would use. I like that, but that's really not the style that I'm going with. Let's see, something like that might be cute. But you want just to get you a little, gets a button even. If you had a button or anything, but I'm going to pull this out. I've got a couple more minutes, so let me just drop all this out. I've got tons of it, y'all. They sent me so much, and I'm so thankful. They sent me a ton of it. And so I'm gonna find something here to put on it. Let's see, I like that. Oh yeah, I like that. So that will go right there. Look, y'all. And we got our little things hanging down. Let me glue this on. I like that. But this is a junk journal, and that's how you start a junk journal. I was going to do some labels and all that, but I just didn't have time. Another time I'll do labels, and I'll show you how to do them just by but there is our junk journal, and you could move this on up a little and just have that hanging. You could put some labels in here, and there's all kinds of little things that you can make out of labels. You can tons of stuff. Anyway, we won't get in that today, but I want my ribbon up just a little bit higher. I will trim this off, and I thank y'all for joining me today, and hope you have a beautiful weekend. Stay safe, and enjoy the next one, y'all. There we go, our beautiful little junk journal. Have a great one, y'all. Thank y'all for joining me. Bye. Bye. Thank y'all for joining me today. I'm trying to figure out how to turn it off. Let's see. How do we turn it off?